Welcome back, CSU students, and welcome to another semester of CTV Sports. I am Ryan Green. She is Sarah Diner. And Sarah, we are finally back on the air.
That we are, Ryan. We've got a lot to catch up on in the world of CSU sports.
Oh boy, do we ever. We have it all tonight. We have football, we have basketball, we have volleyball, we have even some scandals going on. Coming up on this year's first CTV Sports, we'll look at the suspended football players and tell you what that means for this coming football season.
And we'll preview the Rams volleyball season and let you know what to expect. Also,
our Jordan Arianos went around campus and got your opinions of CSU sports. This is CTV Sports, and you're watching it right now. Now, the expectations for this year's football team have been relatively high, but those expectations continue to be challenged. Over this past summer, freshman fullback Kevon Cartwright, sophomore wide receiver Byron Steele, and redshirt freshman Ezra Thompson were all suspended for breaking team rules that were not disclosed by Coach Fairchild. Redshirt freshman and offensive tackle Justin Becker, as well as sophomore wide receiver Tony Drake, were ruled academically ineligible for the season. And now, after this past weekend's annual Rams Point pool party, two more players, starting linebacker James Skelton and defensive tackle Zach Tejan, could be suspended as well. Skelton was cited with third-degree assault, and Tejan was cited for disorderly conduct. Coach Fairchild says he is aware of the situation, but will not comment until he has more information.
Football season is just around the corner, and all the Rams fans out there are hoping to finally have a winning season. CTV took a look at one of the freshman starters whose talent will hopefully help the team get over their 3-9 hump. After back-to-back 3-9 seasons, Rams football fans are looking to find some relief in some of the incoming freshman starters. One of the most talked about freshman starters, Lee Clubb, will be taking to wide receiver under the wings of quarterback Pete Thomas.
He's helped me out a lot with just coverages and just understanding, what route to run and whatnot. But he's really been a big help for me, and we're getting our timing down a little bit, so he's great.
Coming from a Texas high school, Clubb was their starting quarterback and will be transitioning into a wide receiver position for the first time in his football career.
At first it was tough because I've never done wide receiver or anything. But right now I'm doing all right and getting my stuff down, so it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Despite the transition, Clubb is confident in his choice to join the CSU Rams football team.
I really enjoyed it, and it was just a really good experience for me, and I just felt like this would be a great place, and I just felt like I was at home.
Clubb is just one of the many freshman starters Rams fans look forward to watching this season. And CSU fans everywhere are hoping they will all help to lead the Rams to a winning record and maybe even a bowl game. Don't miss Lee Clubb and the rest of your CSU Rams as they take on the New Mexico Lobos this Saturday in New Mexico for their season opener.
You know, Coach Miles announced the new basketball schedule earlier this week, and we played Kansas last year. We played UCLA before that. Guess who they're playing this year?
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Duke Blue Devils.
Duke?
Yes, Duke.
That's exciting.
Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing?
I do. I think it's a great thing. It's a great school. It's a great team. No matter what happens, that'll be an exciting game.
You know, I have to agree with you. It's games like these that, will help them, become better. If they play really good teams, then they'll become good. So
I agree, absolutely.
I'm pretty eager
good
for
practice
this.
at the very least.
I know. All right, next on CTV Sports, we're giving you a special look into the CSU volleyball team.
Also, two brothers are starting this weekend for the football team, and the men's basketball coach addition that could be one of the most important hires in a long time.
It was not. It was like...
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
3rd and 2 from the 3. Cornet left side, drilled at the 5-yard line.
Join me for all the highlights and game analysis on the Ram Report with head coach Steve Fairchild. Coach Tom Hilbert and players from CSU Volleyball will join us on every show.
Puts the tackle there, good into 45.
Catch all the Ram action every week on CSU TV, Channel 11 Comcast here in Fort Collins.
Ram alums call Denver home. Now it's easier for Denver Ram fans to stay connected with CSU. CSU is proud to announce the new Colorado State University Denver Center, where Ram alums will feel at home. It's a place to make professional connections, enjoy events with other alumni, and even show your Ram pride with a wide selection of CSU fan gear. Stay connected with CSU, the CSU Denver Center at 17th and Glenarm. Learn more at rams5280.colostate.edu.
After coming off an impressive sweep through the Arkansas Invitational, the Rams are headed back to Fort Collins to kick off their season. Our Cammie McCullough is here to tell you all the things to watch for this year's volleyball team.
Volleyball season is here once again. Head coach Tom Hilbert and the players are looking forward to a great season. This year's squad is young and position battles are up in the air. Coach Hilbert stated at the annual media and booster dinner that returning starters Breon Page, Dana Cranston, senior Kate Steffen, and preseason player of the year Megan Plord will be making the starting lineup this year as well. There's a tight battle for setter right now between two redshirt freshmen, Deidre Foss and Katie Rutherford. Using both setters in a 6-2 offense is a possibility. The opposite position isn't set either. Kayla Thomas, Tori Brummett, Kelsey Snyder are all possibilities there. There are a total of 5 defensive players this year, including Caitlin Beskin, Izzy Gallia, Carly Faust, Brittany Bunch, and Michelle Smith. Some players that will be missed from last season are all-around great players Jackie Davison and Danielle Minch, who led the team in kills. Evan Sanders, our star setter from last season, will be hard to replace as well.
The Rams are starting fresh this year after losing key components from last year's squad. Behind the Air Force, the Rams have the second most freshmen on their roster in the Mountain West Conference. The youth and inexperience on the team didn't prevent them from getting ranked number 15 in the preseason poll, however. The Rams are also selected to win the Mountain West Conference for the 3rd year in a row.
The Rams begin preseason play at the Arkansas Invitational this weekend, not losing a single game. The Rams play the Sooners in Oklahoma tonight, then challenge number 5 ranked team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, on September 2nd in Moby Arena. Cammie McCullough, CTV Sports.
Be sure to check out the Rams in their season opener this Friday at Moby against Nebraska.
As you probably know by now, the Rams football season is less than 1 week away, but the season is leaving us with some massive unanswered questions.
Sullivan are the split backs. Again, play action pass. Nice looking play. Sullivan up top into the paint. Touchdown, Aztec.
So which players should we look out for this season? Which running back will put this team on their back and take control? Chris Nwoke or Raymond Carter? What about Pete Thomas? Pete's a sophomore now. He's had 2 years under Coach Fairchild. He should be smarter and more experienced. Can he throw that deep ball, or will it be another year of throwing short passes into the flat? What about defense? Who's going to help out NFL prospect and senior linebacker Michael Sisson? We know he's going to be great, but who else is going to step up and help out? Many are pointing at Micah Rakpo. He's now a full-time starter, and hopefully we can see a lot more helmet-flying tackles on SportsCenter. CTV reporters Ryan Hillman and Andrew Morgan will be answering questions like those and others, such as, well, will Pete Thomas be one of the top quarterbacks in the Mountain West? And who's going to step up on defense now that Ricky Brewer and Guy Miller graduated? Ryan and Andy will break down every game, tell you their predictions on whether they believe the Rams are going to win or lose, and give you updates on BCS standings. CTV Sports will update you on everything you need to know about Rams country and this season coming up on this Wednesday night.
This weekend's game is not only the first game of the season, but it could also be the first time since 2002 that a pair of brothers could be starting for the Rams. Austin Crockett and Gilmore have a chance to both start after Austin was moved from linebacker to fullback less than 2 weeks ago. Coach Steve Fairchild has called Austin a natural at the fullback position. The last time brothers started for the Rams was in the 2002 Liberty Bowl against TCU when the Pierce brothers, Eric and Morgan, started on the offensive line for the Rams. This is also the 17th pair of brothers to come through the CSU football team since 1993.
Well, that's a lot of brothers.
That definitely is.
Men's basketball coach Tim Miles has signed a contract extension that will keep him in Fort Collins through the 2016 season. CSU fans are stoked to hear about this news, as Miles' presence has sparked enthusiasm in Rams basketball once again. Since his coaching debut, Miles has taken the Rams to 2 back-to-back postseason appearances, and game day attendance is at its highest point in 10 years. These are just a few of Miles' accomplishments last season, and basketball fans are more than excited for the year to start to see what other great things Miles has up his sleeve.
Last Tuesday, the men's basketball team added a huge addition to their coaching staff. Ron Coleman served as a top prep and AAU basketball coach in Chicago. Coleman takes over duties as the Rams recruiting coordinator, replacing DeMarlo Slocum, who joined Utah in May. Tim Miles shared his thoughts on the hire, saying, "I feel like we hit a home run with Ron joining CSU basketball." Coleman has been one of the top men in the Illinois High School Basketball Association, and he has also dealt with NBA champion Sean Marion of the Dallas Mavericks.
You know, after a few disappointing seasons, many experts are calling this a do-or-die year for head coach Steve Fairchild. Fairchild led the Rams to a bowl game in his first year, but the hot seat rumors started after last year's disappointing finish and the second consecutive year of the team finishing 3-9. This season is also Fairchild's last year on contract, leading to further speculation that without wins this year, it could be Fairchild's last. The Rams have a chance to get off to a hot start, however, with their first 5 opponents having a combined 2010 record of 14-47. You know what, Sarah? That those opponents that early, that could actually help Steve Fairchild's chance of getting re-signed.
That could help him a lot. I'm sure he's hoping. He's under a lot of pressure.
And I think it's a good. Thing that we're not playing CU the first game. I think we got a couple easy opponents first, and then we got our big game.
Can help get the momentum going.
Bingo.
Absolutely,
exactly.
Ryan.
All right, well, after the break, we have a special segment as we talk to the CSU student body and what their thoughts are about the upcoming football season.
Also, we caught up with the CSU softball team as they're about to kick off their season. Don't touch that remote.
And you look heavier. I know. It's the best. It adds about 10-15 pounds on me.
C'est pas un prénom. Mais deux. Il va falloir trouver.
Whoa! Is that your time machine?
Yeah.
When I was 7 years old, I had a dog that was playing with grasshoppers that were jumping around that had been sprayed with an organophosphate.
Commander Daniels, where's your wingman, son?
Dead, sir.
You know how this looks.
I did not violate the rule of engagement. Check my logs.
The only known symptoms of this horrible disease is spontaneously bursting into song, and for some, breaking into dance in the final hours of their life.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money.
Now, we understand that you might not completely share our thoughts and opinions, so we sent our Jordan Arianas to ask what you think of our upcoming football season.
There's excitement in the air as this year's football team looks promising. Steve Fairchild expects big things as he finally has 4 full years of recruitment under his belt. To see if this optimism is spread through the entire campus, I went out to find some student opinions.
Hopefully this year we can step it up. Maybe we'll have some incoming freshmen, some transfer students that can, really help us to get some kind of reputation, because in the past we were really good, and now we just really need to step it up because we're better than that.
I think the football team is going to be amazing this year. Go Rams! Woo!
All right, well, I think CC's going to do pretty good this year. Especially think Cole Allen Brand is going to do good. Goes back a long way. I think they're going to beat CU this year. Yeah. They're going to do really great. Better. Yep.
The CU-CSU game, really pumped. We're going to have a great year. Pete Thomas is going to kill it.
Man, I'm stoked about football this year. I think we're really going to kill it. Can't wait for the CU-CSU game going up. Great chart.
CSU football team,
They're gonna kick butt, like especially against Boulder. Boulder sucks. They're gonna destroy them. That's all I really want to see is us destroy Boulder, and I know we can do it. So I'll be there rooting for us.
CSU Rams this year, we're gonna kill it.
We're gonna do awesome!
Woo!
So I think the CSU football team isn't going to do that bad this year. I think they're going to be pretty good.
I think the football team is going to be pretty good this year because compared to the last years, I don't know, they have a pretty good chance of doing better than the last years they have. I've seen them practice, so they've been looking pretty good.
Well, now that you've voiced your support, you need to now show your support. Come out to all those Rams games you say you're so excited about and help the Rams win the Mountain West Conference.
The CSU softball team is going to be everything but a swing and a miss this season with the addition of 10 new players. The team is hoping to have a solid pitching crew, and Coach Fisher is looking forward to getting sweet revenge on one specific team.
Well, I think San Diego State had a really good year last year. They went to NCAAs, and we had them down like 7-0 first time out of the gate. I think we really surprised them. I know they're not going to overlook us. They've got a great coaching staff, very experienced coaching staff.
Sophomore catcher Emily Pohl is hoping to keep the team positive.
For me, I just want to do everything I can to help the team, try to keep them positive, and no matter what happens, just go to win. Really just keeping the pitchers positive and really trying to get them to pitch strikes and get ahead with batters and doing everything they can to make our team successful.
Be sure to catch the softball season opener here in Fort Collins September 18th against Northern Colorado.
And in case you didn't hear, the Rams will not be starting the season in the famed Rocky Mountain Showdown. Instead, they're going to be kicking it off against New Mexico and the Lobos. It will be the first time in 17 years that the Rams will be starting with conference play. The last time they started in conference? Well, that would be when Sonny Lubick led the Rammies to a fantastic 10-2 season and the Liberty Bowl. So be sure to tune in this Saturday and cheer on your Rams.
CSU senior golfer Zakai Brown made the cut to advance to match play at the U.S. Amateur Championships last Wednesday. Brown will be joining former Ram Ryan Peterson in Milwaukee for the tournament. Brown, an Arvada native, will be representing CSU in a U.S. amateur match for the first time since J.D. Manning did so in August of 1996. Manning lost in that tournament to the eventual winner, Tiger Woods.
Oh boy, you know, I probably would have lost to Tiger Woods too.
Me too.
That's a tough opponent.
Good story for later though.
Oh yeah, exactly. He can tell that one to the grandkids. Now Sarah, we've heard the CSU students voice their opinions about the CSU football team. How do you feel?
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how Pete Thomas does as a sophomore.
Absolutely.
Hopefully more experience, more big plays.
Right.
A lot of people are talking about Lee Club, Charles Lovett.
Right.
Big players.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they bring to the field, Ryan.
Yeah, it should be a very interesting year. I'm a little anxious to see what they're going to do with their suspended players. I want to see if they are going to actually affect the team that much, or if they can just put it behind them and play with the players they're dealt with. You know,
a lot of people might play that have never played before.
Yeah, a lot of freshmen should be getting a lot of opportunities for that. So
it'll be interesting.
It'll be a very good
Can't
year.
wait.
All right, well that is all the time for you we have tonight.
Make sure you catch us next Monday as we will have highlights from the CSU football opener in New Mexico, as well as the volleyball home opener against Nebraska.
And as always, make sure to watch CTV this week, where you'll have CTV Sports updates. Tuesday is Kayla Ertl. Wednesday, you got Ryan Hillman. And Thursday, Jordan Peterson will be on.
And be sure to check out our Facebook and Twitter pages for updates on all things CSU. Alongside Ryan Green, I'm Sarah Diner. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time.
Students are responsible for all CTV content, therefore they bear responsibility for the decisions they make. CTV is not an official program of Colorado State University, but is produced by an independent, nonprofit corporation using the name CTV pursuant to a license granted by CSU.
Ram football is here, and CSU has a special ticket offer that reserves your seat for 3 of the best home games of the year. It's the Mountain West plan and includes San Diego State, in-state rival Air Force, and the eagerly anticipated game versus national power Boise State. Get a sideline ticket to all 3 of these exciting games for only $90. That's a $25 savings from the single game price. Order your Mountain West plan for the low price of $90. Call 1-800-491-RAMS or visit CSU.